Welcome back, everyone, to Light Novel Fiends podcast. This is episode 15, and today
Big 15.
we're gonna be talking about 9-star Hegemon body art once again. Back on it, and our new recommendation or review, I guess, because we will tell you if we recommend it
Coiling
after
Dragon.
Coiling Dragon. So this is biggest gamer,
This is Adam Moore.
and let's get right into it.
Wait, hold up. We gotta start.
Oh well, yeah.
Guys, this is audio this week because we got COVID again, you know? So
both of our families did.
yeah,
This is
finally I
hilarious.
was supposed to finally show up to Biggest Gamer's house to record after his family was over with COVID and then my family got COVID. And so it's just been a mess.
Yeah, it's just back to back. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I thought you were joking too when you first told
Bro, I wish. I'm just hoping I don't get it because then I'll have to be the 5-time champ.
me. The 5-time COVID catching champion. Oh,
And I
okay.
don't want it 5 times, bro.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But let's get into also quick thing. I wanna apologize to anybody who's reading our tweets last week, cause I was doing the most after reading Coiling Dragon.
Oh, we know.
I was doing the most on Twitter, bro. Oh, it was like sad boy hours, cause I read it at like 2:30 in the morning. Oh, bro, I was in the fields of Coiling Dragon. All right, let's stop. All right, let's start with 9-star, bro. Let's
Yeah,
start with
yeah,
9-star.
yeah, yeah. All right, so 9-star. Oh man, this is a great arc. This is a nice follow up. We got
That was
to
amazing, bro. We got the whole arc, really.
yeah, we got to finally meet, you know, the Dragon Blood General, Guran. He has returned. He's back in the lineup.
The general, he's amazing, bro. Literally, he was hilarious this whole arc.
Bro,
Just,
honestly, it was nuts because Guran is like stuck on the all devil star they call it, right? And he's there at the humans that live there are specialized in like forging, so they forge battle armor and they use it to like they obviously wear it, and that's like how they fight. They don't really cultivate, so they have really weak bodies. So this was like the perfect place for him, and it was crazy because he is basically the number one genius there, and everyone obviously, you know how in Zhangzhou, like the immortals always hate the people who come up from the mortal world. So him being that guy, but also being a supreme genius, like everyone was like trying to hold him down. And I was like, damn, he was suffering. But it's crazy because the principal was like,
Saw you
honestly,
were the hero.
yeah, when the principal revealed his whole plan, I was like, wait, that's so that's the Kuran just didn't live up to his expectations at all.
But I loved how Goran was basically like, yeah, the one you were looking for was boss, not me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I know like I looked like a main character, but I'm not actually a main character. I'm sorry, I'm a side character type
Exactly.
guy.
I'm like the best side character you could find, close to a main character. But sorry, I'm just not it. And I
Yeah.
think you could a good moment that I really enjoyed, that I think you could see that is when Goran is on the arena and he has to fight that guy and one of the other four heavenly geniuses. And he beats him, he kills him, and he starts crying after because he's like, I forget the guy's name, but he was like, "This was for my brother. I avenged you. I can finally let your soul rest in peace with this offering." And he just starts crying like crazy. And
Mhm.
it's like you can see even Long Chen I think calls it out. He can't carry the burden that comes with leadership. And I'm not saying Long Chen has never cried before because he has. Well, like when his brothers die and everything. But like that
Yeah,
moment probably would have been it in front of like everybody. But you could see Goran just couldn't
couldn't
keep
hold
that
it
in.
down. Yeah, so essentially, like what happened to Guron during this time in the one year that Longchen didn't see him was he came to the school. He met up with that girl that Longchen met in the Nether when they were going through the Netherworld.
Netherworld. Yeah.
Basically,
For
so
Nether Passage.
yeah,
Nether Passage Trial, I think. I forget
yeah.
exactly what it's called.
So basically, he was the most talented person there, and obviously the other geniuses didn't like him because he was a threat. Because the most talented person would become the next principal, and they all wanted that. They all wanted that power, and this is like the classic thing where it's like there's so many different powers invested into the school, and humanity's divided. So essentially, Duran had been suppressed on all sides. There's one particularly vicious guy that was constantly targeting him and his team. Like he also had he was also leading a bunch of people who obviously were like, since they were more like commoner types, they resonated with Guran more. So he had like his own following, and they were just suppressing him the whole time. Then that guy killed one of his guys, because that guy sacrificed himself for Guran, and Guran almost died, but then he lived. But in the whole thing was like the principal saw all this happening, and he was hoping that Guran would, rather than endure, he would finally let loose and start killing people, kind of like Long Chen. Like when Long Chen, like he rather than enduring, he'll just go all out. And so the principal was hoping that he would just become like a hero, the
Yep.
classic Long Chen type hero where he would just go nuts and start killing people, and he would be his backer and kind of like hand the mantle down to Guran. But Guran never blew up. He just endured the whole time, waiting because he wasn't. Obviously, he said he was like, "I'm not that type of guy. Like, I can't
Yep.
be the leader like Long Chen." And obviously, the principal was like, "Damn, you kind of just ruined all my plans." But the principal was like, "All right, time to blame B," and he just had Long Chen kind of take that role instead.
Yep.
And what they did was they kind of just wiped out all the traitors within the school because obviously the principal is really strong. And yeah, Long Chen just kind of took over.
That
Um,
principal was OD, bro.
he
The
was.
way he had that situation under control, like he had reserve troops up the yin yang, and it said there were like thousands of late stage world kings under his command, like just hiding in like somewhere. He just had them out of sight, out of mind. And then he knew every single spy in the Heavenly Dragon like domain. Like he
Yeah.
knew every single one. And I don't know if it was said. I think it was he said he found that out through like he put some type of system in their battle armors or I don't know exactly how he actually like figured all that out. But it was very impressive.
But yeah, he's basically a schemer type. So he is.
Hmm.
So that principle is like the equivalent to like what the soaring, like the academy is kind of like, where like the principal had everything in hand. He wasn't really worried. He just needed a.
Hmm.
He just wanted a hero that the whole human race could rally around.
How do you
Uh,
feel actually about the fact that the Heavenly Dragon School was it was like a branch of the
oh
firmament.
yeah, yeah, I forgot about
Is
that.
it firmament? Is it
Yeah,
high firmament? Or
I think it's high
this
firmament.
from
Firmament.
the High Firmament Academy? I was so shocked by that. I was like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah, so it shows that like how much influence they had in the past.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
they have
it'll
way
be.
more than what's shown on the surface.
Mhm. So I think it also makes sense why that type of person was there running the academy based on the way the the main branches ran.
Yep.
So, but oh, we should talk about like the actual history of the All Devil Star because they revealed some crazy stuff there
Oh
about
yeah, they said a
about
lot.
the yeah. So I'm sure everyone here knows about Ja Guhong, the
Yeah, go on. Yeah, yeah.
yeah the
Guhan.
Guhan.
Hmm.
So he is the emperor of the Ja kingdom, which no longer exists. But yeah, he in the past was a member of the All Devil Star, where he met his wife Lynn something or Lou something. I don't remember her name. Do you remember her name?
No, it was like Lin Han Hans or something Han, because I remember they mixed their names together. You know.
Yeah, but
But
for her, so that was his wife. So basically, the All Devils that are at the All Devil Star, like,
oh, I found it. Luo Qingyan.
okay, that was her name. Okay, we were
I
completely
don't
off.
know if I said that correctly, but
We were way off.
yeah, we were way off.
But Yeah, so what happened there was like he was like the rallying like hero that like kind of united humanity, and he basically destroyed like the All Devils, pretty much beat them back. But you know how humanity is, the classic, okay, we're fighting for territory, who wants to own what, and
Hmm.
you know all that stuff where people got greedy and they didn't focus on the task at hand.
Yep.
So they thought like they had enough strength where they could fight for their who owns what, and as a result, Zaguhan was driven off the planet because a lot of those greedy people like they turned um, against him, and then they
Hmm.
spread lies about him and stuff, and so he
And an
left.
extra note is he's the person from the Wine God Palace on. So just so you guys remember, if you didn't make that connection.
Well, I don't think he's from there. I think he's friends there, right? Or is he from there?
No, wait, hold up. I think he is from there.
You're
I
right.
thought
Actually,
he
you're right. He is from there.
yeah.
That's where he went after he
Yeah,
left.
that's like his like seclusion spot. He's like, I'm just
Yeah.
part of the Wine God Palace now.
Um, But yeah, he was a hero in the past who basically got shafted, and he left because
Heavily.
he didn't want to deal with it. Um,
Hmm.
but his wife, obviously, she cared a lot about her clan, so she didn't
Hmm.
want to like break off relations with them. So she was also, his wife was a heavily genius for um, forging. Like no, she was
Yeah,
unmatched. No one could match her. She
yeah.
built
She's
these like
literally
battle
her stuff has been passed down from generations. People still can't match her.
Yeah, like no one's been able to match her to this day.
Hmm.
For her ships that she made, they were just too good. And basically, the Liu family, her family is also the traitor of humanity. Like they,
The
so what happened?
scum.
Yeah, so what happened to her was they they betray? Did they side with the All Devils and then lure her back to the star to get her things, and then like she got
Y-
killed, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they took her special battleship and her notes from
Yeah,
like forging or whatever.
even though they couldn't decipher it, but she got killed by the All
Hmm.
Devils, and so Jia Guhan slaughtered the All Devils. He didn't slaughter the Luo family though, because she asked him still not to
Not
take
to.
vengeance on him, which was,
Hmm.
well, yeah, that sucked. So he could only take his revenge on the All Devils. But the Luo family, you know, to this day, were still traitors, and yeah, the scum of the earth, and you know, Long Chen gave them all the smoke. They couldn't handle
So
it.
on that topic, bro, how do you feel about how like dictatory Long Chen got this art? Because some people there's kind of a famous chapter. I don't know exactly the chapter number, but basically a lot of it's the chapter where Long Chen gives everybody like he makes everybody in the domains go back to one domain. And so then everybody's confused because he's letting the other domains basically die off. And then everybody's in the square and basically they're making up a bunch of rumors and Long Chen doesn't like it and he's like, you're the reason why Zhao Guhan wasn't able to like completely free the star system
All
from
Devils.
the All Devils. And so then Long Chen proceeds to kill every single person on the square. And then I was like, this is like next level. He usually doesn't go this far. And then all the comments were talking about what happened in China in Tiananmen Square. And I'm not gonna go into that because I feel like that's too much. But
Oh,
like he definitely went
oh,
very far. He went very far in this arc.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it.
Actually, I didn't read that, but for the comments, because obviously,
Yeah,
but
the comments were crazy, bro. Everybody was talking about the Tiananmen Square, and I was actually I always go in the comments if something crazy happens in the chapter because I'm like, is everybody feeling like this is out of pocket? And everybody was like, this was out of pocket.
I mean, personally, I think for with the way the story is written,
Hmm.
um, I think the author, like when he first wrote this part, the follow up
Hmm.
he did to the end of the arc was honestly, I think, perfect for this, because if you remember what he said when they left, he was like, I know a lot of people didn't like my decision of killing all of those people, in the
Yeah.
thing because he was like, um, it
Like
was
it could
like,
be right today, but it
yeah,
could be wrong 10 years from now, 1,000
yeah.
years from now.
So what he was, because he was saying he was like, um, even though those people might have been innocent or brainwashed,
Hmm.
but they were just brainwashed. He was like, I couldn't afford to risk
For
everyone
them.
else's lives just
Yeah.
to sort out a few people's innocence.
Hmm.
And he was like, even though I did that, my decision still could look wrong 100 years from now because he didn't say he was right. He just said he felt what he did what he had to in the moment in order to protect everyone.
And that part, I think I kind of, I agree with his decision on that part. And just because I think this situation is so drastic, you know? Like at this point, it's literally like all devils are coming. The Lul clan has just been eradicated, or they're about to get eradicated. I'm not sure exactly where that was. I think the Lul clan was about to get eradicated. And after that, it was gonna be tits to the wall. Like either we kill the all devils or we all get exterminated. It's like
Yeah, this was
there was
a
it was like the last 2 days of human civilization possibly in this domain or in this star. And so at that point, I'm like, this isn't even like martial law. When like martial law comes in and it's like you
yeah,
have to listen. This is like levels above that.
yeah.
Because it's literally like the extinction of a race
If
if
we
anything
lose,
goes out of pocket.
yeah, because the thing here, I think the difference here, obviously, is the fact that these people were actively trying to undermine Long Chen from helping humanity.
Hmm.
Um, and he was like, "I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't care. I don't care if people call
Hmm.
me a villain or a bad guy. I'm just gonna do what needs to be done because I don't care how history views me."
Legacies. Yep.
And so, yeah, I think what he did there, although it was like dictatory, it was like I think obviously was the right decision in the end because for Long Chen he was like, all right, I can't I can't risk all your lives just for some like just for us to go to like trial and figure all this out. Like these people are
Hmm.
here and they're not gonna let us finish this trial. Like if we do a trial, they're gonna slaughter their way in and kill us all.
Yep.
Um, and then obviously at the end he was like, I don't know if I was right. He didn't go out and say I was right. He said,
Hmm.
who knows if I was right? Maybe I was
Yeah.
wrong, and maybe that decision I made will look poorly like 100 years from now. Which I think was
Hmm.
the best way to wrap that up. Say like, there's
Yeah, I
no
agree.
real right or wrong answer because it's like one, hindsight's 2020,
Yep.
and two, it's like who knows how the situation will look in 100 years. Maybe that event will have impacted it. Maybe it won't at all, and it'll just kind of be forgotten.
Yeah, bro, that's so facts actually. Now that you said that hindsight is 2020, because I'm like my opinion where I'm like I think he made the right choice. It's obviously because they won. But like now when I'm thinking about exactly when that chapter happened, like in the moment when I read that chapter, I'm like, damn, bro, I don't know if that was the right call. Like I remember that, and I
Yeah.
was I see why you did this, Long Chen. And I was like thinking in my head, I was like one of those guys in like, because a couple people voiced their opinions to Long Chen, and I was like, I think we could have done this. We maybe could have put him in prison, or we could have done this. And then like, I was unsure at the moment, so that's very true, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even speak on it, I guess, because at the time I was confused. I didn't have an opinion in how we were able to read the chapters all in one go, or at least I did. Um, I kind of just went on to the next chapter, like still confused. Like I didn't take a moment
Think
and
about
like
it. Yeah.
yeah, think about
I
it.
didn't
And
I
so
didn't think
like
about it either up until honestly when you talked about the Tiananmen Square thing. That's like when you just said just now. I like thought about it. I was like, okay, like well then let's look at what the author like said
mhm,
after this whole like dictatorship type style that Langshan like the approach he took. And so
yeah,
that's just how I look how I see it.
because like at the time even I was confused. I was like, I don't know if he that was the right decision, but like at the end of the day, the author said it best for Long Chen when he was like, I don't know if this might have been the worst decision I could have made. Maybe in 100 years something comes and it makes my decision look stupid, or maybe it was the right. But I don't know and I don't care. I think that kind of sums up like Long Chen.
Yeah, and I think it also sums up with his his like getting rid of that cautious nature and kind of just doing
Yeah.
what he feels is right and not being worried about um. Just remember, he said like he was worried about killing an innocent person and facing like
Hmm.
eternal damnation. Now he's like not worrying about that anymore. He's going back to like that Hegemon style type Long Chin that he was in the past.
Yeah, you can definitely see a shift in his character a bit when he was talking about that the Golden Lotus lady,
Yeah,
and he said like exactly that. And you could tell he kind of made like a firm decision in his heart, and he was like, for certain things, like you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's like I'm gonna live with that, you know?
yeah.
So I kind of like that he's kind of coming to terms with that, even though if I'm not like 100% always on his side with the decisions that he makes.
But yeah, that went crazy. But now let's actually talk about how now the All Devil Star has the Starry River Legion.
Yep.
Honestly, when he started spreading that to the All Devil Stars, like, okay, this is where the Starry River sect is really gonna come alive now. It's like I know he spread it all to all those other
All
people,
the planets or whatever, yeah.
but those people honestly, they're
They're
more
not
like
part of it. They're like their own like individuals.
they're
This
all
is
like
like
independent
a sect.
cultivators, like
Yeah.
or rogue cultivators. But like the All Devil Star is like a united front now. So like these
Hmm.
people can like take the resources of All Devil Star, pull it together, and like truly create like a Starry River sect. You
I was
know?
actually thinking about that. So the Starry River of the Sky Art, bro. It's like very special, and I think it actually solves one of the biggest problems Long Chen has had throughout the story. Is that once he dominates an area and like he hasn't like uprooted the spies or whatever. You know, Longshan is very good at uprooting spies. Like you can see even in this arc, like he finds out from like a soul search or from whatever other reason he finds spies. But like you can tell the Star River the Sky is like
It's perfect.
perfect for showing like people's hearts. Like they say over and over again, it's only somebody with like a clear heart or a righteous heart can cultivate the Star River, the Sky Art. And I think that's like a huge point that we're gonna continue to see throughout the novel because like he's gonna need way more people like that against all the powers that are like opposing him.
But also, it's an extreme Yang technique, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Um, wait, so women can't cultivate it, right?
I think they can.
They
I don't
can.
think it was said, I don't think it was said they can't because I forget her name, but the lady who he helped in the Nether Passage world, I'm pretty sure she learned it.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's a big difference then, because it was like if only men could learn it, then like people could just slid in women spies and like kind of suck. But if men and
No,
women
no.
could learn it, then now it's like
Yeah.
you just have a whole like array of people that are all trustworthy. Um,
Also, quick side note, bro. That lady, she was like not talked about enough. I thought she'd be a bigger plot point, but she was pretty lackluster of a plot point, you know?
I'll be honest, like she was lackluster is kind of putting it nicely. She was like irrelevant to the whole arc.
Yeah, bro. I thought she really didn't have
She didn't do
do
much.
much.
I thought she's gonna be like this like 5-star general type person that would just help Long Chen the whole time, but
He
yeah.
was
They
he had
focused
all of like two sentences
yeah,
in the whole thing.
they focused mostly on him and Guran and like some of the upper like higher members of the human race
I thought that
there.
was kind of a disservice, bro, because they like she was the first person from the immortal world that we kind of get to see,
Yeah.
and she turns out to be like not like a one paragraph character
Yeah.
once we see her. And we leave the world, so it's pretty obvious we're not
Gonna see her again.
yeah, we're not gonna see her again, and if we do, it'll be like
Oh,
2,000 chapters down the line where it's
the
like a
final
huge war
battle.
coming in, and
Yeah.
she's gonna have like another one sentence, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like I was very shocked that that's all he used that character for, like the author.
Yeah. Uh, Yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is at this point.
Really? You're just like whatever about it?
I think.
I
I
was like,
mean,
I was upset, bro.
I was upset, but it's like now it's like we already left the star. It's too late. It's over. It's gone for
Yeah, I
it's.
guess. I was upset though. I was like, come on, bro. You I was like actually pretty hyped about seeing her. Like I was like, let's say percentages wise, if I was like 80% hyped to see Guoran, I was like still 20% hyped to see her because I was like, she's like, I felt like she was gonna be a really big character, you know?
Yeah.
And she was just not. And also, another quick side note, she like disrespected the hell out of her man. The
Oh.
heck
Yeah.
out of her man, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Actually, yeah,
I'm
that was
sorry.
nuts. I remember reading that. I was like, what?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, if you would have came here sooner, I would have married you. Instead, I married this guy." And then Longchan was like, "Oh, you could tell he has a how do you say that word? Magnanimous, like a full,
Magnanimous.
yeah, that word, a magnanimous. I say it again.
Magnanimous.
Yeah, magnanimous heart, and like he took it like on the chin or whatever. It's like, no, bro, you're a pussy. Like your girl just said she would marry somebody else, and she's not joking. She's not joking, bro.
She was not joking at all. She was being
You-
100% serious.
You're just like, yeah, no worries. And it's like,
No, that's
no, bro.
whack, bro. I was like, damn, nah, they did it. They did her and that guy dirty for saying that. To be honest,
Super dirty, bro.
I was
I
like,
was like,
man, I was like, you didn't have to do that.
you didn't have to do that at all, bro. I felt like, and it just showed. I honestly, I didn't like that. That was Longchen's reaction, like that the author did that. Like, I wanted Longchen to like reprimand her, be like, "Hey, yo, like your man's right there." But
Oh.
instead, he was like, "Oh, such a big heart," and I'm like, he's just scared of you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I was so disappointed in her, not in her and that guy and the author for how he portrayed Longchen. I'm like, man, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. All right, but let's get into the biggest part of this arc, the
Hmm.
battle between Long Shen and ALLDEVIL Tiane. Oh
Ooh,
my
that thing was
god.
crazy.
That
Literally insane.
they revealed oof, they revealed a pretty big point, the supreme bone.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot. I had to give I don't know, apology is the word, but admission. Biggest gamer was correct on the fact that Longchen will be getting all
All
his
his
talents
stuff.
back from
Oh
Long
yeah,
Oation.
yeah.
I read that and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to say biggest gamer was right on the podcast. Fuck.
Bro, like I told you, I was like, this is a basic. This is a zone. If you lose your talents, it's only necessary. That's like a basic, like fundamental to like, oh, I get them back.
Yes, but I was 50-50. I just felt like Longchen has been so like doesn't do the normal powers. Like even like everything that makes a genius, like Longchen has never had any of it. Like not a single one of those things.
Yeah,
And so
and
I
now
thought
he's
it'd
a
continue that way, but I
no,
guess it's
no.
cutting away from the norm.
It's time to make him OP because when he gets
Okay.
it back, because he has the spirit root, the supreme
Mhm.
bone, and his spirit
Mhm.
blood. That guy, did you see how strong the guy was with just one of those things? And he wasn't even
Yeah,
a
that's
nine
true.
star. Now Longchen's 9 star on top of his like trifecta of talents combined. You know how crazy he's gonna go.
Bro,
And
I'm
then
not gonna lie, it went off the charts because I thought a Supreme Bone was kind of whacktastic. Like seeing from how long Oation was, and then we see it now, and even Long Chen was it said the same thing. He's like, I thought the Supreme Bone was whatever, but now he sees like it was actually just
it was
it's
just
only really shows its power in the immortal world.
yeah, because I imagine it like it probably like requires a lot of resources to like bring out its full potential. So I
Uh,
imagine for a guy like Long Ocean who has three, like the amount of resources that's needed to like bring out his full potential will
hmm.
probably be like a lot. So he probably can't even utilize like a tenth of its strength or something.
Yeah, that's true. And the
So
fact that it's like I think it's also like the power level required to activate those things was so high, it was just like so lackluster of an
yeah,
item. It's like a level 50 requirement to use an item and you're level 12. It's like no matter how awesome that weapon is, you're
Can't use
just
it.
holding it in your bag.
Yeah. But now it's like we see like okay, just one of those alone was like nuts. And because this battle went
Bro,
crazy, like they were fighting for so long,
yeah. They were fighting for like 15 chapters.
something like
It
that.
w it wasn't full on them the whole time,
Yeah, there's
but
other
like
fights in between, but yeah,
yeah.
they were going crazy. And when what was it? Every time Longchen like they do Starry Sky Burst fly like key, I just get hyped every time I read that line.
Bro, me too. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I just sound like
Manifestation.
yell it internally.
And then obviously the best line that happened in the arc where he decided he was going to erase the All Devil
Oh,
erase from the nine
yeah.
heavens and 10 lands. Oh
Yep.
my god! When I read that, I was like, "This is nuts!
Bro,
This is
I was
nuts!"
going insane because he's like how he said he's like I've never once seen all people as good or bad, but this time I no longer care. I'm gonna extinguish your whole race from this world. And I was like, What?
Yeah,
What's happening right now?"
and then when the author described it, he was literally like, he described it perfectly. He was like, it was like an imperial decree from the
Hmm.
emperor, and like the
Yep.
heavens resounded with it, and it like
Yeah.
echoed. And then the fact that the all devils like the race themselves could like feel the oath taking place on them
Yep.
showed just how incredible it was for him to have said that so
I think there's been a
clearly.
little bit of foreshadowing on that of like his air of a ruler. It's like they've used that a lot recently, like the last 50 chapters to describe Long Chen.
Well,
They
because
like really been using that.
think about it, the whole point of being a hegemon is to stand above everyone. You
Hmm.
remember what Black Long Chen said? That's what I'm going to call him from now on, Black Long Chen.
Yeah,
Submit
yeah,
and
say the line,
prosper,
say the line.
oppose and perish. That is how it goes. And clearly, the all devil race wants to perish, and that's what's gonna happen.
I bear. But like you can see he's getting more and more into that side. It also kind of makes me a bit scared of how he'll act with his friends because you can tell he's becoming more like hegemon, you know? More
Yeah.
heg he's embracing that side of himself more. And I know Long Chen won't like overdo it, but I do just see that like a little scared of it, you know?
Well, I'm excited because when he finally merges with Black Lung Chen, his power is just gonna go nuts. Honestly, when he does merge with Black Lung Chen, they'll probably have to do some kind of arc to like calm him down because I imagine he'll be like super cold and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
domineering to the point where he won't care about anything. So they'll have to do something about that. But his power level will be off the charts, and that's what I want to see too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be insane.
Because we
But
gotta,
it's definitely gonna be like his like wives are gonna need to calm him down because there's
yeah,
no way when that happens like some regular person can calm him down.
yeah. So we need to see. We need to also. I hope they really explore the purgatory eyes more because like
Hmm.
clearly there's like incredible amount of power in there, and we just need to see like where it's from and like how this
Hmm.
is going. But
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
that battle
All
went
Devil
nuts.
Tianye was the strongest opponent he's ever fought, and Longshan was going crazy. I think also he learned from that battle. One thing that I don't know if you noticed, because I don't think Longshan really does this all the time, was that usually when Longchen's fighting like the big person, like they kind of just fight like near their own people. But like you saw that time, Longchen like purposely went out and fought like near the All Devil race so that like he wouldn't affect anybody else. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like he knew that battle was gonna be
Intense.
apocalyptic
Yeah.
to say the least.
And
Like yo, you know what it reminded me of actually when they did that last like attack that they hit each other with when Longchat did Split the Heavens 3, and then All Devil Tianye did his Supreme Bone ability, right?
yeah.
And they created the spatial tear that wouldn't heal. Like that was so cool to me, bro, because we've seen so many times like, oh, this area is like a forbidden area because it's like two seniors of incredible power you fought here at one moment. Like legends say,
Yeah.
that like they fought here and now it's like uninhabitable for like the last tens of millions of years. And I'm like, Longchen just did that. Like that place probably can't be like touched, or like the surrounding area can't be touched for a long time after that battle.
Well, it might. It'll probably be used in the future as like a kind of like an ancient battlefield for like training of like future
Hmm.
descendants to like, cause
The
this
will.
yeah, cause it's like train wills, cause like the
Hmm.
will in there like obviously like for a 9 star and like Long Chen it's like unmatched, right?
Yeah.
Outside of like maybe a dragon.
Hmm. Bro, and also, I gotta give props to All Devil Tianye, cause yeah, All Devil Tianye, cause like I really like the fact that in that battle, usually when battles like this happen, like the first time you see a big bad, like he's able to run away, but like here it was said that like this is a battle of supreme experts, like one of us dies today.
Yeah.
And like that usually like they'll like kind of say that, but it doesn't happen. But All Devil Tianya is like, no, I'm putting everything on the line, like 120%. Like if I lose, I die. Like I don't care if I could live, I die, because I can't handle like a defeat. And so I love the fact that it actually went down like that.
Yeah, me too. I think it's usually only like when he fights other humans that they'll run away,
Hmm.
but
That's true. That's very true.
for other races they'll usually stay, which I like.
Yeah. But like it was just so satisfying and fulfilling to like see him die, even though he was like, "Oh, you think I'm the strongest? There's more of me." At least we know there's at least 15 other people like him.
Yep. Mhm.
So I don't know what number he's at. Knowing the author, he's probably 16.
I think
So,
also the heroism Long Chen showed during that fight was nice when he said like as long as I'm alive, the human race will stand at the peak of all myriad of races. I was like, or the
bro, there
10,000
was
races.
so many quotes. There was
I was
so
like,
many quotes throughout that battle.
yeah, I was like, this is nuts. Like this guy is just quote after quote. Like they're all like
Hmm.
crazy. This is
Yeah,
like this is like
this is
hanging
what
on
I
my
was coming
wall
here
type
for,
stuff.
bro.
Like I hang that quote
Yeah.
on my wall.
Yes, bro. Like it was so good. It was giving me Destroy My Empire vibes, bro.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
hot-bloodedness, the youth,
yeah.
bro. It was giving me, but like on the next level, because it's not just like hot-bloodedness. It's also like emperor type
Vibes,
of
yeah.
like, yeah, It was, phew, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. This is a 10 out of 10 for me, bro.
Hmm. And then when he left, obviously he was like, you know what, y'all got this. He was like, I
Hmm.
believe in you. The Starry
Hmm.
River, in the sky art has been passed down to you, and he believes in its effects. So he was like, I believe this star will become a better place. So
Hmm.
and because they drove out all the all devils, they sealed
Yep.
up the tear. I don't think it's like fully sealed, so like they have to guard it, right? Or is it fully
So they
sealed?
said they fully sealed it. But like it is like it's like I thought of it as like a talisman seal. So it's like a piece of paper over this like gap in the world, and basically if you like take off that like talisman, then they can come through the gate. But like they can't open it from the other side like ever.
Oh, okay,
That's how I thought of it.
okay, okay.
Yeah, because they,
Um,
they did leave people to guard it to make sure that nobody ever opens it again.
yeah. So,
So it's just like a closed gate, closed
yeah.
door.
So Long Chen, he avenged Jia Guhan.
Hmm.
Um, really, he's restored his rep, and
And our dean, Sha Yufan, the dean of the Heavenly Dragon.
oh yeah,
Man, I kind of liked when those nine guys. Like I didn't like when they died, but I like how they died. You know?
where they told like the future generation to not be like them, like super
Yeah,
scheming, and actually like focus on building their strength and
yeah.
working together. And
Oh, it was
yeah,
so good, bro. It was so many satisfying moments. Cause
yeah,
here, like, they never. I feel like when seniors die, it's always kind of unsatisfying, or like it like feels bad because usually they're like defending the younger generation so they can flee, or like they just like hold time up, right? But like here they
everyone
went
was
out
fighting.
heroically,
Yeah,
and I don't think that usually happens for elders, you
and
know?
also everyone was fighting together. Like those younger generation guys, like they were fighting like
Hmm.
as the seniors sacrificed themselves.
Yeah.
So it was. No holding back.
Yep. And also one quick other thing, bro. Tell me no. I don't know if you saw this parallel, but the Celestial Emperor Sect Patriarch, didn't he feel like a Blood Legion that like member from like in the future if Long Chen ever died? Like if Long Chen died, how a Dragon Blood Legion member would look like?
Oh, yeah, because he originally served with Shaku, huh?
Yeah, and he was like one of the original members, and he's like, I'm the last one of my brothers left alive. Like at least I can get like this one last thing out. And I was like, he felt like a Dragon Blood Legion member who lost his way.
Yeah, because he lost his
I,
leader.
yeah. I
But
like that parallel that they were doing with Jaguhan and Long Chen, but then also with like that guy and the Dragon Blood Legion members. And I'm like this. It show. I think it's for me. It showed how big of a component Long Chen was to these like Dragon Ball Asian members. Like we already know they're huge, like how big he is to them. But like just to see that parallel like very clearly, I really like that.
yeah, me too.
Man, there was so many good little parts of that of this arc.
Yeah, and
It's
now the
beautiful.
now the adventures with Gurong will continue for the rest of the novel
Hmm.
because he is officially
Yep.
back.
You think they ever get lost again, or no?
I mean, no, they might have like a small split up, like,
Hmm.
but I don't think like to the point where like they're they don't see each other for like at least a year or something.
I agree. I agree.
Um, but now the after the end of that arc, they're going to find Jachen, the Formation Master, which what star are they? Is he on?
The Heavenly Talisman
Star?
something
I think that's what it
star.
called. But yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
find him. What did you read up to?
I read 3 chapters before, so they just found Jia Chen
Yeah,
and or Jia Chen, and then Jia Chen just finished telling them like
that
why
he
he
was.
was fucking pissed.
Yeah, because he got betrayed by his should what who would have been his fiance and his
Yep.
father-in-law.
I
Or
think it was his fiance.
it
It just
was.
wasn't her wife or his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, it was his fiance. Um,
Well, that's rough.
yeah, because he was like truly in love with her, but they basically just betrayed him, and now they're gonna go get revenge, which they'll probably just.
That's
Yeah, I feel bad for
yeah.
him because that's gonna
I'm gonna
hurt him
throw
for
out
a
a
while.
tidbit, guys. Your boy Adamar has been engaged before, and let's just say I've also been betrayed before. Not to this extent, but man, this shit sucks.
Yeah,
Oh man, I don't even know how this guy would. Well, someone know how he would feel, sadly. But
but at
like
least
this shit
he,
just sucks for him.
like you, he has his brothers with him, and he's gonna go get
That's true.
revenge.
That's true. I couldn't
So,
have done it without you guys.
and now we're gonna see the trio is back together, and this will be they'll go get this will be like a probably like a quick like what in the next 10 chapters they'll probably just like solve it or whatever, and then
Yeah, honestly, I don't think this takes a long time,
I'm this will probably be quick. Um,
especially because like it was always talked about how what is it? What's their face called? Like Jia Chen and Guo Ran like together are just like a heavenly pair, you know?
yeah,
So like them being together, I fully expect them to handle this like in a jiffy, bro.
hmm and
Like
then
very, very fast.
I'm assuming after this is when they'll probably go to do the 9 star thing.
Yeah, I think it has to be. Also, I think Dragon Blood Legion members get together within the next, I'd say, 500 chapters
Yeah,
max. Max.
I'd say so. It's probably gonna be some type of a world event like the Flame event,
Yeah.
where like some world opens and they meet up.
I don't know if it's like that. Well, I think it's definitely something similar, but I don't
Like it
feel like,
has either that or a tournament, right? Where like okay,
yeah,
they come. That's like how he first met. What's his name? The what's the Dragon Ball Legion? Remember that's with them right now.
Q
Q.
Q something.
Yeah, QU. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
QU, and then there's another one that's Q something else. I don't remember
but
exactly.
yeah, but something like that. So
Hmm.
it has to be a big
Actually,
event. I don't think they
I
just
think it's
go
a big
show up to
event where
school.
like the devils are invading. I can't see it being like a tournament or something.
Well, I mean, it's some. I don't think it'll be the Devils invading because I don't really see how they meet up that way.
Hmm.
I think a bigger event where like some place opens up and they enter through like their sector, some like mercenary squad.
Okay, okay. That seems plausible.
Um, yeah, they get together and they stay together forever.
Happy ending, guys.
Yeah.
The end. Oh
But
man.
yeah,
That-
I think that was a great week.
It was a fantastic week, bro.
Do you got anything else?
No, man, honestly, we did that beautifully. There was so much that happened. It was just all beautiful, bro. It was a fantastic night start week. Like, I don't know if it can get topped.
Yeah, imagine if we waited like an extra month because we were originally gonna do keyboard and then absolute
Oh, no
resonance,
way.
and then
No
obviously
way.
because we're Adamor's going on vacation, and then when he comes back, I'm going on vacation.
Yep.
So that would have been delayed by an extra 2 weeks. So the amount of 9 star chapters that would have we would have had to read would have been insane.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
Kinda,
do we want to go over our schedule now that we're in like the little in between right now?
yeah.
What are we doing? I think
So
uh,
you're gone for how long?
I'm gone till the 9th.
Okay. And I leave on the 7th. No, I'm
Oh,
stupid. I leave on the 14th.
oh, okay, okay. So we can record an episode in between then.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can record it on. Wait, what's the day you come back? Like
I
what
come
that?
back I actually come back on the 9th.
Okay. So we could try to record either on. I don't know if you'd be down with the Monday or Tuesday, the day after. The
Yeah,
day.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm planning to download some chapters for while I'm in like road trips that are super long and boring.
Yeah. So what do we want to do for the time period you're gone then?
Bro, that's a good question because I was looking at the chapters right now. There's so many chapters for keyboard, and there's so many chapters for regress and more. Sorry, absolute resonance.
Yeah, because we're recording here on Wednesday, and the time you come back, so that would only be like 11 days. So we could do how many chapters comes out for keyboard each week? Like 10.
That's 10, and there I just checked right now. There are 52 chapters released right now.
So maybe we do keyboard.
Yep. And then we do absolute resonance. Gonna be a must. Honestly, so keyboard is gonna be for next when I come back.
Yeah. So you can
That's gonna
read.
be monster.
Yeah. So you can read up until the 10th or 11th.
All right, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be insane. I love keyboard weeks too. Keyboard
Yeah.
weeks, 9 star weeks, those are my favorite weeks.
Yeah. Those are the best weeks.
Honestly, mostly all of them are my favorite weeks because I can't even leave out Destroy Ice and Fire because everybody knows how bad I wanna wanna go back to reading that.
Oh,
Uh,
actually, I want to go back to it too. It was nuts.
bro, it was it's so crazy, so crazy. But all
um,
right, let's get at the feels, bro. Or do you have anything else, or is that it?
no, that's it.
All right, guys. So just a quick thing. This video should be coming out on the 3rd of April. So we missed a week, COVID, very sad. But then we're gonna release next episode probably like the 11th or 12th of April. So we should be just missing 1 week and then maybe a day or two off of our regular upload.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. And Coiling Dragon chapters 50 to 100, bro. Insane.
Oh my God. Speaking of Dragon Blood Warriors, because honestly, our
Yeah.
boy Lindley.
It was the Dragon Flame Warrior. Is that what that was his name? Was that what they're called?
What? No, Dragon Blood.
No, no. Is it just Dragon Blood? I thought it was Dragon Flame.
No,
It was like Flame Dragon. I thought
no,
it
no,
was. I
no.
didn't think it was just simply
It's
Dragon Blood.
it's Dragon Blood Warrior. It's Violet Flame Warrior.
Hmm. I'm actually
Uh,
impressed you know two of them.
what's the other ones? I don't remember the other ones. Oh, Undying. I don't know I don't know what the fourth one is. I don't even know if they've mentioned
They have. There was a list, and I wish
it.
I
Well,
screenshot stuff when I know I'm not gonna remember. Like Star River, the Sky thing. Screenshotted that because we were struggling last time, so I
yeah,
knew we were gonna. You know?
but yeah, Dragon Blood. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, these 50 to 100 chapters. As you know, Adamar was in his feels that day on
Oh,
Twitter.
crazy in my feels.
Um, and then when I read the chapters, I was like, okay, yeah, because I did read the manhwa, which is
Hmm.
completely different from the light novel. Actually, I didn't even mention this because I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'll just say it now that in the manhwa, the you know the guy in the ring, Grandpa Dohort,
Yep. Yep.
it was a female in the manhwa.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was like a young female saint, but yeah, what
That's
happened?
a crazy switch.
I know. That's why I was like when I
Wow.
read it, I was like, what the heck? I forgot to mention
Hmm.
it. um, but yeah, so this chapter, I mean, we can't really spoil it though. Say it's true,
Yeah.
but
All I'll say is, all I'll say is, guys, the author has a way. This man, I'm gonna say this. This man has experienced a heartbreak before, guaranteed. All right, guaranteed. Cause guys, your man Adamar, he falls in love hard and he falls in love fast. All right, so that also means I got my heart broken a couple times. And let me just tell you, this man has been through it because it was so on point. Exactly exactly how the scenario went down.
no,
Like you could tell those emotions were real, bro.
the way they described it was
Mhm.
it was nuts. I didn't think that was gonna happen like that. I don't remember what happened in the manual at all, but so like that didn't
Mhm.
impact me.
Yeah.
But reading it here, I was like, I was like, that's messed up. that
Bro.
was messed up.
Bro.
What happened? I was like that. I was like, Lindley got did in dirty, and it was they they did him
They
super
did him
dirty.
so wrong. And it was like the author really did an amazing job showing the feelings that Ling Ling was feeling and also everybody around him
Hmm
and like just that whole scenario. And then the ending with how he kind of resolved his issues. I
Was
just gotta say, bro,
yeah.
awakening from the dream. That's all I'm gonna say. When you guys read this, you're gonna know what I mean by awakening from the dream, and you're gonna know that feeling, cause this, oh my goodness, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't read a light novel for 3 days after that.
Oh,
I
really?
was so dead, bro.
Yeah.
I read it on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday or Monday night, and I didn't start reading Nine Star until that Thursday or Friday. And like, it was perfect that it was Nine Star, cause Nine Star was really picking up and it was going crazy. But like, I couldn't read anything else for a couple of days.
Yeah. I think when super sad scenarios happen like that, I feel like
Mhm.
specifically like betrayal scenarios, like those kind of
Mhm.
things, like they make it tough to like, damn, like I gotta now like see how he recovers and see
Yeah.
his super sad arc because like betrayals are like the worst things that happen to people.
Mhm.
And yeah, he got betrayed. That was
Yeah, man,
tough.
he got betrayed. He got betrayed real tough. But honestly, the way he came out of it, I will say,
No, it was the
um,
author did a good job of when he pulled him out of his depression. I was like, wow, that was perfect.
yeah. I thought it brought such a level of like realness to his character because we've always seen he's like a nice guy and he's like a cool guy, but like he is kind of like a super like training junkie,
Hmm
you know? And it's like this guy is like pro level like athlete type of focus, you know? Like every day for like 15 years he's done the same things, you know?
Yeah, like
And that's kind of, that's
like
kind of hard to relate to.
Yeah, I was like reading about Michael Jordan. It's like, well, I can't be like Michael Jordan.
But yeah, like I was reading that and I was like, this guy, I could see why he's getting so strong, but at the same time, I was like, I could never be Ling Ling. Like this guy's insane.
Yeah,
Like, you know?
yeah.
But like seeing him go through this arc definitely like personalized him more, and I kind of like that. Also, the relationship with the church, I kind of like how that went as well. I like that.
Well, um, I think I think the next 50 chapters will be interesting. Honestly, it didn't leave off on a good spot.
No, it didn't. It was very,
For 50
yeah,
to 100, I was like, well, that kind of sucks. And
yeah. I have to 100% agree, bro.
um, so I'm excited for what happens next.
Hmm.
I think I find the novel it feels really fast, especially
It's super fast.
with how strong he's getting, with how strong the like I can't spoil it, but I mean he's
Yeah.
going like the training like it's not like an ass pull type of like strength. It's more like he's incredibly talented, um, and the kind of experiences he's going through is like kind of bringing out the full potential of his talent, and so it feels really authentic type
Hmm.
of strength, and
I,
it doesn't make me feel like he's going too fast,
hmm
even though it's like still astonishing. But
hmm
I like how at least Grandpa Doris is like, okay, like you're getting a lot of strength, but remember, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much.
Yeah,
You just have a lot
I
of
completely
potential,
agree.
which I like.
Yeah, I completely agree with all that. I think, like, first of all, the chapters are still super tiny. You finish them in like a minute or two sometimes. Um, and it kind of is shocking me, like you said, how he's growing in strength is very fast, but it's like authentic. But I will say, like, we've been kind of shown like higher powers and stuff, and I'm a little confused on how we're gonna get through all of it in only 800 chapters, I think it is, at the
Well,
speed that the book is going at.
I
I
think
feel
it's gonna
like,
pick up. I feel like it has to, right? Like something's gonna happen where
yeah.
it's just like boom, 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 like a bunch of things are just gonna happen at once, and his
Hmm.
strength just skyrockets. I imagine because like um because how long has he been there at
And
the
where
institute?
the institute, he's been there for 10 years.
Yeah,
Or sorry, 8 years, 8 years.
so I imagine they'll do stuff like that where it's like, okay, fast forward here, fast forward a little bit,
Okay.
and it'll just
Okay,
be
yeah,
like, oh, 10 years passed. Oh, he's like uh something rank or whatever.
yeah. I think I like it. I like how I still gotta say I'm really appreciating how the author describes all the power levels. I think he does a great job of while he's our main character is kind of progressing pretty fast of still showing like each tier's strength. Like at least the higher tier, the lower tier they're kind of like whatever. Like under like the fifth rank it's kind of like whatever. But fifth rank and up, like you kind of see like each level pretty thoroughly and I enjoy that so that I like can see his progression. Um, what else? I like the fighting still. I think the fighting a little lackluster. Like it's cool,
That's
but
pretty early
like
on in the book.
yeah, it is. But
I think
he's
they're
fought a
also,
lot, you know? I feel like he's fought like kind of a lot, and there hasn't been like anything too crazy.
but they're
Like
also,
like
yeah, they're low level. I feel like when they get to the
yeah.
higher levels, it's gonna go nuts.
I think it might be because of what type of mage he is, you know? Because that type of element isn't the most flashy, I would say.
Yeah, I think it'll depend on when his strength as a warrior goes up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Just because as of right now, it
Because
seems very basic.
mage fighting is it's not the most interesting to read about.
Yeah, I think,
I think it's more
I,
it's like when you see a mage, it's more interesting on like in an animation than it is like in
Reading.
a description.
Yeah, I have to
But
completely agree.
but
I
like
think it's so. No, you go, you go.
I was gonna say like like for warriors, it's a lot easier to make that sound exciting because of close
Yeah, I think
combat.
I think I'm a complete agree completely. Just like I think sometimes the author kind of makes it seem like they're just standing and looking at each other, you know?
Yeah,
And so, and also, I think the problem with what I've seen is that like while they have magic skills, I think the magic skills are like used while just standing. So like in all their cultivation novels, they're using these attacks to like create an opening, to get closer, to do like a deadly move. And like while they're doing these things in Coiling Dragon, it just seems so stationary. Like it's not
yeah,
like it kind of more feels like who has the bigger cannon or who runs out quicker. Kind of how it
yeah,
feels a little bit. You know, I need some more diversity, but that's also because we haven't. Well, we've seen a lot of fights. We haven't seen a lot of fights described. You know,
yeah. That's true.
like he has gone through a lot of fights, but we haven't like really,
Mhm.
you know, experienced that many fights.
One thing I do like though, I do like the cultivation in this novel.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
I think it's good.
It's a little basic, but I enjoy it a lot. Just good in the basics as well. You know, it doesn't have to be super intense with 9 stages, with 3 substages in every stage, like or absolute resonance, where it's the most detailed cultivation
Cultivation. Yeah. Well,
I've ever seen.
there is still they have a saint stage, so I imagine that's gonna be like kind of complicated, right?
Yeah, I could imagine.
For now, it's pretty basic, but it's also
Yeah,
we'll see.
it's still satisfying though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calling Dragon's been it got bumped up for me. I think I gave it an 8. I think you gave it an 8.5, or was it an 8?
I can give it.
Like, what do you give it last week? Is what I'm asking.
I think it was an 8.
An 8. So did we both do an 8?
I can't remember. I think so.
Cause I remember I was struggling. I think I wanted to give it a 7.5 because
We
I didn't
gave
want
it.
to believe in potential, and then I gave it an 8 at the end, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd give it a 9 now.
Yeah. Especially after awakening from the dream. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I I almost want to give it an 8.75 just because of like the fighting hasn't been there.
it's like you want to rank it like a B plus, not an A minus yet.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like it's so close.
Hey.
You know, I gotta give it an 8.75, even though the emotions are so like beautifully written. I need
Need
more
more,
from the fighting right
more.
now.
Yeah, the action needs to pick up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, with how
And
short the novel is, I feel like it's gonna pick up like crazy, and it's gonna be nonstop.
yeah, I agree with that, especially now that we're an eighth through the novel technically.
Yeah.
So we're over 10% of the way there, and yeah, it hasn't been too wild. Yeah, I can see it picking up like crazy. Maybe not this 50, but the next 50
Yeah. No,
because of
I could see because
maybe like
she's like pretty strong right now.
I think towards the maybe towards the maybe like towards the middle or end of this 50 chapters it'll go start going off because of what happened where we ended off.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I could see that that's gonna like maybe bring some bigger forces in play.
Yeah.
All in all, Coiling Dragon, it's a good book. It's a
Yes.
great book.
It's been a good book so far.
hmm No
Yeah.
complaints. Been loving it.
Me too.
All right, guys, that's episode 15. You got anything else to say, Biggest Gamer?
I got nothing.
All right, sorry guys, we got COVID. We're trying to. Well, actually, neither of us got COVID so
Yeah.
far. Yeah,
Just
as
just
of as of today.
just our families.
Yeah, just our families, but we'll try to stay COVID free. Next time you see us, hopefully I got a tan. We'll find out. Um,
Oh,
I
God.
hope, I hope.
I imagine you will.
I hope so, bro. Guys, I'm going to Egypt, so that should be fun. See some pyramids. No family, just visiting for the sights. So maybe I'll post a picture up on the YouTube channel. Who knows?
You
Should
can put
I?
you can put it in. You could take a little shorts video.
All right, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, like
That'll
you
be
look
fun.
at the pyramid.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But all right, guys, it's been episode 15 of the Light Novel Fiends podcast. This is Adam Moore.
His biggest gamer.
Peace.
Peace.